Hello, we are back. We're going to talk about divisions. We're going to go through all the divisions, see who's going to come out on top. And then we're going to go into more depth, go to the playoffs, see who's going to win out of that, and then see which team is going to go to the promised land and take home the trophy. But
The
Lombardi trophy. What the hell's going on out here? But
Anyway,
we're going to get into it now.
should we start in the AFC or NFC first?
We'll start in the NFC first.
All right, so we'll go division by division, and it looks like the NFC East is first.
Okay.
Philadelphia 10-6 with the Giants being 10-6, and Dallas and Washington with the same record of 6-10.
Yep.
Now, going through that, the Giants they cut two of their linemen today. Sean O'Hara, they cut, and they also cut somebody else. I forgot what his name was. Ruley, something like that.
Oh, I don't know anybody
I don't
on
want
the Giants.
But anyway, now that I saw that, because teams got to be under the cap now. I mean, the Vikings were $4 million over the cap. But now with this new cap thing, people got to cut people. And with Philadelphia winning the division last year, 10-6, the Giants being right there, if they didn't lose one of those two games to Philadelphia, you had it, blew it. And Dallas, who probably is going to be better, would hope, than 6-10. Now that they cut Roy Williams,
Giants could have had it even if they did lose. The Giants could have had it if they lost to Philadelphia.
The
Giants could have had it. Even though they did lose to Philadelphia, they could have had it if they beat Green Bay.
Yeah, but
they had the same
Green
record.
Bay was just on too much of a roll. They
went through everybody.
They were a
6-seeded first team.
Yep. It's amazing.
But so who do you think's gonna come out of that?
As much as I want to say Philadelphia, because of Vic, Deshaun Jackson, McCoy, I'm gonna say Dallas. I think Dallas is actually gonna come out of the division. I think an 11-5 record. People picked them last year to go to the Super Bowl. Obviously, disappointment, but they just didn't want to play for Wade Phillips.
They're playing at Dallas for the Super Bowl, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were playing at Dallas for the Super Bowl, but they picked them even though even if they were going to go to the Super Bowl, which they clearly didn't.
Yeah.
But I think Dallas could win that division. I don't think Washington will. Washington, I think, will be a 6-10, stay like that.
I think Philly will take it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Philly will take it with the 11-5 record. And yeah, I think they'll just take it again. I think they're just too good for that division.
So you got Philly, I got Dallas.
Now we're gonna go to
the North.
NFC North.
Now, does Chicago win the division again? I don't think so.
I just want that.
Because Chicago's done this before. When they went to the Super Bowl and played against the Colts, they had that one season. They were done after that. They were completely done. Now, will Chicago do the same again? I think so. I don't think they're that amazing. Julius Peppers is amazing. Don't get me wrong. Jay Cutler is a good QB. They don't have a receiver, though.
Yeah.
They need a receiver. They have a good defense, but the defense is getting older.
Yeah, what's his name?
Urlacher's getting older. I mean, he's still great. Don't get me wrong, but he's getting older, and I just don't see Chicago winning the division again. I do see.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I do see Green Bay winning the division.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately I see the Vikings going 8-8, 9-7. And I see Green Bay going at least 12-4. At least 12-4. They can even be better.
I'm gonna put Green Bay to win the division.
All right, so we both got Green Bay. The South. Now that division, besides Carolina, who looks like they couldn't even beat a college team. Who did they beat anyway?
Carolina.
The two teams that they beat.
I'll tell you right now. Carolina beat.
I'm trying to remember. Anyway. Atlanta 13-3, New Orleans 11-5,
Tampa Bay
10-6. I think Tampa Bay wins that division.
No,
I think so.
No.
They were close in every game.
Yeah, but they were close in every game. But you want to know something? You got to beat the good teams. They lost to all the playoff teams, and I get like, oh yeah, they lose to the good teams, but you got to beat those good teams sometimes. You got to beat those teams to get in there. I mean, yeah, you lost by one game, but you gotta beat those teams, man. You gotta beat them. There's no excuses.
Oh no, there's no excuse. Like not to beat them, but I I don't think that. I think New Orleans is on its way down.
Mhm.
Again, we've seen you with those bags on top of your heads again because you deserve it. And I can see Atlanta. I can see Atlanta taking that division, but I honestly think that Tampa Bay can win that division.
I said Tampa. I say not Tampa. Atlanta's going to win the division again.
Okay. All right. Anyway, any luck on that Carolina?
No, they're showing me for next year, but we'll figure that out later on in the
Okay.
show. The NFC West.
49ers. The 49ers can get an established QB. I don't understand. This team is not that bad of a team. The 49ers, they're one game out. They started 0-6. They won 6 out of the last 10 games. You know, and they were right in the thick of the playoffs. Now, you can't think with an established QB, a veteran QB that knows what to do, can bring them there.
Yeah.
You know, 2 wins, another win. Honestly, if they got one more win, the 49ers would be the division champions because they had a better division record, I think.
No,
Well, they had the same as
They would have
Seattle.
the same as Seattle. Would have depended on.
I think they beat Seattle twice though. They might.
Yeah, it would have.
Oh no, they got blown out in the first game. But look, points allowed. They led at 346. Their points for them, but 305.
Mhm.
And that's without a QB. And I remember the year before they had a semi-decent offense, and I thought, I actually thought they were going to explode this year with Alex Smith. Finally, he was everything.
No.
I
Alex
thought they were
Smith
going
is
to.
not a good QB.
I'm not
and
saying
every
he's not a-
49er fan would agree with it. He's not a good QB.
He's not a good.
He's a QB that can go in there for a backup, like Kellen Clemens or something. Go in a backup for like a quarter or two, something like that. But he's not a quarterback. He's not a long-term guy. He's not a guy you could say like, okay, I'm going to depend my season on.
Well, I just figured that this season, that season last year, that this is his chance to show something, and if he really wanted to keep his job, he could show something. That's why I didn't think that the 49ers would be that bad last year. But anyway, I do see the 49ers winning the division. I know Pittsburgh's winning 3-0. Mets are winning 2-0.
But yeah, I'm going to take St. Louis in that division.
Yeah.
St.
Sam
Louis.
Bradford is he's gonna be so good.
Their defense wasn't bad last year.
No.
Honestly, their defense they just did not score
They're
points.
the best defense in that division.
They just did not score points.
No.
So.
And that's understandable with a rookie QB.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
understandable.
So now we got the Eagles.
Well,
I got the
say
Eagles.
yours.
I got Green Bay. I got Atlanta, and I got St. Louis. And as my
Say your
wild
wild
card
card
teams, I have one at number 5. I'm gonna have the New York Giants, and at number 6, I'm gonna say the 9-7 Detroit Lions. I really think that this team can be good. If
Could be.
Matt Stafford stays healthy,
That's a big if.
if he stays healthy, yeah, I know it's a big if, but if he stays
If
healthy,
he does.
that defense is good. It's gonna come up, but I think that Detroit can make the playoffs next year at a 9-7 record. I mean, they could have beaten. Honestly, they could have beaten the Jets. That game went into overtime. They could have beaten some good teams.
And with
but,
their QB that they should have had,
they went to the third string quarterback.
Yeah.
They knocked out.
and they won 6
two
games.
quarters. Yeah, but
They were this
but-
close to beating the Jets, this close to beating the Giants.
Uh-huh.
They were close to beating playoff caliber teams.
Yeah. So I have the Eagles, the
Packers.
Green Bay Packers, the Atlanta Falcons, the St. Louis Rams, the Giants, and the Lions.
Okay. I got the Dallas Cowboys. I got the Green Bay Packers. I got Tampa Bay Bucks. And I got the 49ers. As Green Bay would be number 1 seed. Dallas would be number 2, I think. And Tampa Bay would be 3. 49ers would be 4. Number 5, I'm gonna have to go with Atlanta,
Okay.
being number 5 seed. And see, now this is where it gets tricky a little bit because Chicago can go back to last season and be the team that it should be, or it could be the team that it can't be.
Mhm.
And you got the team like the Giants that start 6-0, go 10-6, or you got New Orleans. New Orleans is a good powerhouse team, but they're on the decline.
Yeah, and I know people are going to say, oh, you must be an idiot for picking the Lions over the New Orleans Saints or the Giants over the New Orleans Saints. Not that I don't like the New Orleans Saints. I just don't think they're going to have a good year next year. I mean,
And especially if Reggie Bush gets traded now.
I mean, it's not
There
that I
goes
don't
your
like
running
them. It's just a
Well, they never had a
prediction.
running game.
It's just a prediction. So, and that's my prediction. So, who do you see coming out and give me your championship, the NFC Championship match?
Well, I didn't get my 6th seed.
Okay, well, who's your sixth seed? You're
As
going
much
on
as
and rambling about how tough it is to pick the Bears, the Saints, this and that.
But then you interrupted me, and then
Pick
you
a
kept.
team.
I will pick a team.
It's not that hard.
I know it's not that hard. But
Saints
I'm
wear
gonna say
paper bags
Philadelphia-
over their
I'm gonna
heads,
say
and
the Philadelphia-
Chicago's got a quarterback that can't even play.
I'll say the Philadelphia Eagles,
Okay.
the 6th seed.
Alright.
So
Who is your NFC matchup?
we got the Eagles playing Tampa. You got the Niners playing Atlanta. I think.
I just meant for your championship. not
Oh,
for-
just like the whole.
Yeah. Who's going to be the
NFC
champion?
championship game?
Yeah,
or-
who's going to be in the NFC Championship game?
I'm gonna say Green Bay again,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say Atlanta.
All right.
I could see Well, it wasn't again. They had divisional playoffs, but I could see Atlanta because especially if they know Green Bay is gonna be in the NFC Championship game and they're in the playoffs, they're gonna be so pumped just to try to get there and beat them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, not get embarrassed like they did last time.
Yeah.
I think Atlanta. I think actually I'm gonna pick Atlanta over Green Bay
Okay.
to be my NFC.
I'm gonna, with my NFC Championship, I'm gonna have the Eagles face off against the Atlanta Falcons, and I think with Michael Vick, and I think they're gonna play outside at Philly. I think Philly will have the edge over them, but I don't know. It's just prediction. So I'm going to say Eagles in Atlanta, and I say the Eagles will be too much for the Atlanta Falcons, and I say the Eagles will go to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. So now we'll shift our focus to the AFC now,
Okay.
and we're going to start with the AFC East. New England 14-2 last year. They went on that unbelievable run, but then once they got to the playoffs, they couldn't handle it. They haven't won a playoff game since the AFC Championships game of 2007. And the Jets 11-5, Miami 7-9, and Buffalo's 4-12. Jet fans, I'm saying this now, but for your team to get to the Super Bowl, you have to win the division. You have to win the division. Because you cannot do this 3-game on the road stuff 3 years in a row. Because 3 times may be a charm, but it is hard, and I know the Steelers have done it. I've seen there's a couple teams that have done it. The Giants have done it.
The Steelers have done it. There's only 2 teams that have done it. The Steelers done it, and recently last year the Packers have done it. The only 2
Giants
teams.
did, too.
No, not as a 6 seed.
Well, not as a 16. I'm talking about just you weren't a 6 seed either.
Yeah, we were in
Oh,
2005.
5,
Yes.
right. I'm just saying, you still got to go on 3 road games, even if you're number 5 seed.
Still,
'Cause-
I think honestly because they need the momentum.
But as a 6 seed, it's harder. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you got to play a harder team.
Yeah, you could say that.
6
In
seed
the
because
first
you got to
seed,
play a
but you gotta-
third seeded
you gotta
team,
play a third
and a second
seed.
seeded team, and
Oh,
then a
first
first
seed.
seeded team.
Yeah.
So
All right.
either way, so
But 5th seed is still good.
Yeah.
But I finally see the Jets winning that division. Excuse me. Going 13-3 actually.
Jesus.
I know. But you know what? They won 11-5 last year. It was the Baltimore game, the first game of the year. Horrible offense, just terrible offense. And it wasn't Baltimore's got a good defense. Don't get me wrong. They got one of the best defenses in the league. But the wide receivers were dropping passes. It was just a windy night. It just wasn't panning out right. And when the Jets played Green Bay, they lost 9-0. You lost 9-0 to Green Bay's high-powered offense.
Yeah.
That's saying.
And another game that the receivers dropped at least 14 balls. I know that. And it was windy, and there was 2 blown calls that they shouldn't have called.
Miami.
But you know what? Again, that Miami game too. But those 2 games. But those 2 games, it could definitely, could be a difference 13-3, 11-5.
Yeah, but not everyone's getting used to each other. Their team.
The team chemistry has gone up a major
For
since
2 years.
for 2 years in a row, from 9-7 to 11-5, and probably going up. I think.
If they win, the whole thing, I'm just not gonna like their fans.
Well, there's not a lot of Jet fans that are liked out there.
But from our school.
Oh, from our school, it's ridiculous.